are less than noble.
Right.
And one of the reasons I deliberately chose to use the word drone, I got a little bit criticized by people for using it, but after I talked with some of the quadcopter group people who criticized me, I think that a lot of them agreed with me that using it was a good idea because the public has such a negative view of drones,
right.
and in many places there actually their legislatures and state legislatures are deciding to ban them in areas, and they don't realize that there's so many good uses for them.
Well, this whale imagery is definitely a beautiful positive. Well, thank you very, very much.
And thank you.
What we've seen in action here is a small consumer-sized device. It's fun to take out and play with. It's fun to go out with friends. It's fun to make photography with. It has commercial applications because it carries a payload of a camera. People are developing these in many different sizes and scales for many different purposes. Well, I want to thank you again. This is, again, Ben Nowak, who is here with the quadcopter that he designed and built and flies. With me today is H. Carter Hunt. He's the Vice President for Defense Sector Initiatives at Mass Development, and he's also the Executive Director for the Massachusetts UAS Test Center. Welcome. It's great to have you here.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
So, what is the Mass UAS Test Center anyway?
Well, the Mass UAS Test Center was developed as a result of the congressional action to establish, have the FAA establish UAS test sites.
So, UAS, does that mean a fancy way of saying drone?
Well, it's the term of art that we prefer, and it's
Translation.
it means unmanned aircraft systems, and really that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a system which is both air platform, the individual pilot or operator, and also the controller that's that pilot or operator runs the unmanned system from.
Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Right. Well, first of all, you have a platform, which is the aircraft itself, and that's and the FAA describes them as aircraft, and so it could be either a quadcopter or a small copter. It can be a nano, which is almost a tiny one, which is could almost be like the size of a butterfly, all the way up through the system. They go. The Department of Defense classifies 5 different types, and it's the nanos. And then it's class 2 is everything under 55 pounds. Class 3 is everything under 1,300 pounds. Class 4, class 5 are the larger. The class